the Bowtech Ascend. This came out earlier this year. Dude, as far as feature-rich technology, this one takes the cake.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
Dude, so everyone's familiar. If you're not, Bowtech has their DeadLock cam technology, right? In order to move the cam on the bow, you loosen a set screw, you take and turn an Allen key, and you can move that cam left and right to accommodate or fix paper tears within the tuning process. Right. It's super fast. It's super efficient. There's no press needed. Well, they've introduced that into their mid-price point bow, the Bowtech Ascend, which I think that bow is right around, it's like $899 to $999 for that bow, bare bow. But they've kind of engineered the DeadLock cam technology, and they've turned it into the DeadLock Light Cam technology, which that technology sits on top of the limbs now. There's a set screw on both the left and right side, but your adjustments are still made with the Allen key on the right side.
Yep.
Have you noticed any issues with it?
So far, no. Yeah, we've sold a lot of those already, and it's been super easy to tune. So I know what Bowtech was saying with that new DeadLock Light system is you basically, I think it's like a quarter of the time to tune it. So like if you had to do a half turn on the original DeadLock, it should only take about a quarter turn to make that adjustment to fix your tears.
Yeah, so I noticed I set one up the other day for a customer, and I put too much of a turn into it. I put a quarter turn. I only needed an eighth of a turn probably realistically, and it overcorrected that tear. But I was reading some comments on some YouTube videos and stuff about people saying there's not enough adjustment in that DeadLock Light Cam for the Ascend, and I have not seen that issue.
That must be, I mean, I'm only speculating, but it sounds like they had them set up wrong, either wrong arrow.
Well, it's somebody doing it themselves.
Yeah, it could be that too. So.
I have a feeling there's a host of issues that are undiagnosed and, that they're not able to work through, but, whether, like you're talking about arrow selection, timing issues, technique issues. I mean, those all are major factors that go into tuning a bow, right? The grip of the bow. I think the Bowtech Ascend has a good grip as well. I like the Bowtech grips personally. And again, this is a 31-inch axle bow, so it's kind of a sweet spot.
Yep.
And then it fits, same thing, it's 24.5 inches to 30 inches of draw length, and it's got two draw weight options, a 45 to 60 and a 55 to 70 pound option, which I like that.
Yep.
I think for us, majority of them that we see through our shop is going to be a 55 to 70 pound bow, but somebody that wants that lighter poundage option, you don't have to take so many turns out of the limbs to dial it down to 45 pounds. So I like the two options.
Right.
And again, brace height 6.5 inches, which honestly, sweet spot. It's going to be a very forgiving shooting bow. That bow shoots really well, and I felt like that bow was fairly quiet.
It was, and surprisingly very quick too.
Very fast.
Yeah, because the IBO we have listed as 340 feet per second. So
it is the fastest out of any of these mid-price point bows, as far as what the IBO rating is. And so, quick note about this. If you really want to hit that IBO speed or you want that faster, they've got the FlipDisc technology that you can run on these cams, right? Which is another cool feature that they've introduced in the mid price point. So it's feature rich. DeadLock Light Cam, FlipDisc technology, Picatinny mounted sight options, integration, rest. They've got this new, and these actually have metal limb pockets.
Yes. Yep.
Which is a massive step up for some of these other bows that don't have the metal limb pockets. Which I think is important. Those little features are what make the difference in the bow. But did you notice, and we talked about it, in those metal limb pockets, there's 3 little holes that look like, hopefully, maybe, we don't know, but Bowtech could be releasing their own stand or own pod for bow stand.
Yep, limb legs or whatever you want to call them,
So it looks like they're going to have that. I don't know. Will they? Maybe. Hopefully. It would make it nice. And again, all that in this package is fantastic.
Yeah, or it'd be cool if they could do like a pull cord, like what Bear did on their Alaskan Pro.
Oh,
so on the top, they could just mount it on there, and then you could have that little loop for the material.
I feel like they owe you royalties for that.
Well, I actually got that from somebody else. I got that from, it was actually Justin.
Justin Morris?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's the one that showed me that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I love it, dude. It was a great idea. And he got it from somebody else too, I think. But
yeah. And that bow, again, it's kind of on the lighter side too, 4.2 pounds, which is not far off of this super lightweight flagship bow, aluminum bows, 29 and a half coming in at 3.9 pounds from Matthews. So the weight is there. But back to the FlipDisc technology, we shot the bow on, you have comfort and performance. We thought we were shooting it on comfort initially.
Or no, we thought it was on performance.
We thought it was on performance.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was on comfort. This bow has a much shorter valley than some of the other bows.
It does. It's on performance, yeah.
Performance, to me, is out of the question.
Yeah.
For most people, I'm not even going to let them shoot it on performance at 70 pounds.
Yeah.
It's too aggressive, and there is no valley whatsoever on that.
Yes. So I don't think the draw cycle was super aggressive, but the back wall in the valley, there's nothing there. It's like you're holding like 70%. You let off a little bit, that sucker is going on you. So you better hold on.
Right. Which isn't bad for somebody who has experience.
Right.
But it is bad for somebody who's new to drawing a bow back, and they go and they draw that bow and they hit the back wall, and then it runs away forward, and then it's just a whole fiasco of events.
Yeah, they're gonna go back, they're gonna hit that back wall, and they're just gonna go right back down. And they're gonna be, what the hell?
And then that you have a hurt shoulder. It's not good.
Yep.
It's not good. So if you're new to archery and you're interested in these bows and you want to shoot the Ascend, which again is a fantastic bow, I would recommend running it on comfort. It's still, the valley shorter than any of these other bows. It's a little bit less forgiving, but it is much better than it is on performance. Yeah. And you still get fantastic speeds.
Very good. I was very surprised by the speeds we got out of that bow.
Yeah. And when we see with a common trend with Bowtech, whenever you go from performance or comfort to performance, you typically gain about 10 feet per second, which is kind of the standard. And I would assume it's I think we tested it.
You might have. I haven't.
Yeah, we've tested so many bows, I don't recall. Yeah. But typically you gain about 10 feet per second when you go from comfort to performance. And some of the bows, the juice is worth the squeeze, right? Some of them, the Core SS, some of the older bows, the Realm SS, but this bow in particular, I do not think the juice is worth the squeeze as far as a bow hunter goes. You just sacrifice too much. The holding weight is so much greater, it feels like, on that performance setting, and the valley is just non-existent.
Right.
So I would run it on comfort all day long. And again, with this bow, the tuning that you get from this, it doesn't require a press or anything. I think it's got to be one of my favorite features on these mid-price point bows. And again, I'll say it, I feel like some of these brands, they almost shoot themselves in the foot, because, like, honestly, if I was coming at it and I was looking at, we don't know what they have coming for 2026, which I can only imagine it's going to be fantastic. But like looking at it now, like, man, you can get in for under $1,000 and you can get all of that technology. It's a 31-inch axle to axle bow. 24.5 to 30 inches. You can get it in 70 pounds. It's got all of your different options that you could ever want. It's hard not to, set that aside, the flagship bows, and say, I want to shoot it alongside them, because you just get so much in that package.
Right. And even so you can get it as a bare bow or a package.
Right. Yeah.
And that package, honestly, for the money, I think it's retailing like $13.49 or somewhere around there, $14.49.
Yep.
It is a great package. It's coming with the center mass stabilizer.
The stabilizer is fantastic.
Yep, I love the stabilizers. It's a tight spot quiver, which is really nice. It's coming with the
Rush.
Yeah, the Rush
sight.
3-pin, or is it 4-pin?
I don't remember. It's either a 3 or 4-pin sight.
Yeah, it's coming with a black gold sight basically, and a drop away rest from Ripcord, which I think it's not the ratchet one, but it's very similar to it, and it's a great package for what you get.
It is the best package out of any of the bows that we're talking about here, as far as quality accessories that come along with it. They are, I think, leaps ahead of any of the other ones.